No, Mrs H is not punishing me for being a bad boy. One of the biggest regrets on this van build was this floor. It looked gorgeous when I put it down. Excuse me. But you cannot keep it clean because it has like a ridged, like a grain effect, and it's like a light coloured floor, and all the dirt gets in the grain and you can't get it out unless you get a toothbrush and scrub it out. It's a little bit like cutting a lawn with a pair of scissors, but it drives me nuts. I hate looking at it, so I'm going to probably rip this floor out at some point. Alright, that is a lot better. It took me freaking ages though. But this floor it's like a vinyl interlock stuff, not cheap. It's like 50 quid a packet I think it was, but being a motorhome it only took a couple of packets. But you can see that we've already got, that's a split there, that's a wet patch, but that's a split there. Scratches, you see that, there's a big scratch, goes all the way across there, you can see that, scratches. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend it if you're thinking of flooring for your van. It looked lovely when I put it down. It was very easy to install, but it's not very hard wearing, so I'm probably going to rip it out at some point, and keeping it clean is an absolute nightmare. So we spent the night in Ditchling Road, I think it is, north of Brighton. It's just a roadside park up, but it's, you know, free, no restrictions, blah de blah. It's okay. The only thing is, it's a 60-mile-an-hour road, and the cars come flying down there. But it's all right. Not much else to say about it really, but it's a good little free one. No one bothers you. There's a few vans there. It looks like there's a couple of vans that have been dumped there, but there was a few people parked up last night. You can see their little lights on, as will we. So I'm going to head on down to Arundel in a minute. Got some errands to run. In other news, I've ordered a suitcase generator, only a 1000-watt one, purely because I could have gone for a 2000-watt one, but the 2000-watt one is more expensive, but it's bigger. It weighs 22 kilos, where the smaller 1000-watt one only weighs 14 kilos. I'm just thinking of space and weight and stuff like that. 1000 watts should be enough in emergencies to top up the EcoFlow and things like that, and to help Harley out as well, because she's keeps running out of power. She needs to upgrade her system pretty much the same way we have, but it's all about money, isn't it? Money, money, money. I got no money, as per usual. This is turning out alright. This is on the back of the van. It was on there originally, and I had to paint over it because I painted the whole van. I didn't want to like peel it off and make a mess, but the paint didn't take to it so well, so the paint's been peeling off, and I've been helping it and encouraging the paint off, and it's like not all the way there yet, but the picture's coming through. Likey. So we've got at least something on the van. We need to get something on the side though. Put your ideas in the comments what I should put on the van. It's arrived. Let's do an unboxing. What's in here? Ooh, so they've given us oil, which is handy. So I don't need to buy that. That's really cool. Instructions. Some kind of weird funnel thing. Looks like a shiwi. Tools. And obviously the generator, which is quite heavy. And there she is. There you go. Obviously 240 volt, 230 there, 12 volt, 12 volt there, some other bits and bobs. I'm not really interested much in those. Interested in that one. So we're gonna go get some petrol and we'll get this thing going. It's not as quiet as I want it to be. But let's plug it in. That's revving quite high. I'm running the van off it and charging the EcoFlow at the same time, only at 600 watts though, so about half what it can take. It's noisier than I want it to be. Currently charging Harley's van. The girl that always runs out of power. Innit?
Pardon?
The girl that always runs out of power.
Oh yeah, I'm powerless.
Not anymore. And it is raining, but we've got it under the Fiamma. And that's when it's like lowest revs, and it's actually not that loud. I'm stepping away and it's getting quieter and quieter. There is a van parked over here, but by the time you get down this far, I mean, I'm whispering now pretty much. I can hardly hear it, so that's pretty good. I wouldn't use it on a campsite though. So yeah, it's alright. It charges up the EcoFlow at about half power. The EcoFlow can take 1200 watts to charge. But if I put that on 600, if I set the EcoFlow to take 600 watts, then the generator does rev up a bit more, but not as bad. If I put it on its capacity, which is 900 watts, and it's revving like a speedway scooter rally. I don't know. Anyway, but that's not too bad when I'm literally only a few meters away from it and you can talk over it. That's alright. So for the money, I think it's worth it. Gets us out of a stick, doesn't it?
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right.
So I dropped the car off in Mill Road, Arundel, and decided to hoof it back. It's only 3 miles. Look how quick I can do it. Lives in a house like this, or this, or this. Oh, sheep. No matter house. Car on the pavement. Nice. I'll go on the road then. Thanks.
On top of the world. Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind. Flying. Get up.
And I don't care about people.
Why?
Okay, they're SpongeBob SquarePants now.
They smell like SpongeBob SquarePants.
And anyway, I'm gonna get them in the bin so they smell like SpongeBob SquarePants again.
Okay, what kind of people have you been hanging around with?
Pops, Harley, Nanny.
The best people.
Yeah.
Yes. What else do you want to say to the people? What? What?
And anyway, you're horrible.
Who is? Oh, not me. Oh, just them.
You are a silly pants. You go in the bin. And if I was you, I would kick myself in the pigeon bin.
Very good. Let's say bye. Say bye.
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 That's my auntie.
Wave.
That's my grandpa.
Morning. We're at Ditchling Road, Brighton. Testing out the Jenny. Over there. You can hardly hear it over here, but the traffic going past is way louder. Where do you think you're going? Generator's running. You can hardly hear it on the golf course at all. So I don't think it'll be upsetting the golfers at all. I've just moved a couple more meters up. Literally can't hear it. So this is a really good spot for it if you're going to use a Jenny, if you're around this area. Don't think it's going to upset anyone too much. We did get like a Karen down in Arundel who stood outside the van. I wasn't there when Tracy was on her laptop doing some work with the Jenny running. She just stood there and shook her head like disapproving. But again, that is actually quite a off the track, beaten track road. There's no houses or anything anyway. It's just people walking up and down. But you know, you don't want to upset people, do you? So this is good because it's just a massive lay-by next to a busy road and fields, golf course and stuff. So it shouldn't upset anyone. If it does, tough doodles. So I've got the generator set to 600 watts. For some reason the EcoFlow won't take any more than 600 watts out of the generator, even though it has a continuous wattage of 900. So what I've done is I've set the generator to 600, which is all it wants to take out of it, and then I've put the house battery charger on as well. So I'm charging the EcoFlow and I'm charging the house battery at the same time. Generator's handling it. It's down there. And it says it's going to be about an hour and a half to charge up the EcoFlow. So once that's up to 80%, I won't take it to 100% because that'll take ages and ages. Once that's up to 80%, then I'll just put the battery charger into the EcoFlow. When that runs down, I can put the generator back on again. So we have endless amount of power really, well, until the generator runs out of petrol. It takes 2.2 litres of petrol. It runs for about 5 hours. 4 or 5 hours on 2.2 litres, which isn't bad. It's winter now, isn't it, B? Winter now. Got to keep warm in your old age, haven't you? Look at you shaking. You alright? In your blankie. Yeah. About 5-6 minutes in, we're already up to 18%. So it's taking about 600 watts in. But that's alright, says it's gonna be about an hour. Okay, now it's over 20% charge. It is now taking the full 900 watts, so it must be like it sort of does a trickle charge or whatever, or a less wattage charge. you know what I mean, for the first, excuse me, for the first 20%. Now I've unplugged the house battery charger so we can charge this up quicker, so it's not on as long. It's not revving any higher, but it's just giving it the full 900 watts, so it's going to charge a lot quicker. Yeah. And because I do have power, I'm cooking my omelette on the induction hob off grid. Would you just look at that bad boy? Shall I start a cooking channel? Hutch does omelettes. Bingo mass! So now the EcoFlow is at 81%. I'm going to run the van off of the EcoFlow until it runs out. We've got sun out, so the solar's coming in, charging the house battery as well. So house battery's getting charged from the solar. This is going to run the van, the 240 in the van anyway. And then when that runs out, I can just charge it up again. Brilliant. Took about, literally, about just over an hour to get to 81%. So happy with that. Endless power, baby. Rightio, so EcoFlow reckons it can run the van for 15 hours. It's now 10:30, so that's pretty good, isn't it? It takes us up to like midnight or whatever. So what I'll do when it gets to about, when it's rush hour traffic, will be a good time because there'll be loads and loads of cars zooming up and down. No one's even going to notice it. Not that anybody has really noticed it anyway. No one's come knocking on the door. I've had the door open, no one's come over and gone, ooh, you know, no Karens involved in this episode. What I'll do when it gets to about 5, probably 5, 6, when the traffic's heavy, I'll just top up the EcoFlow again to as far as I want to take it, 80 or above, and then that will just run the van the whole night, and we're not even touching really the house battery. The house battery is just running the 12-volt stuff. So yeah, good stuff. Well, happy with it, to be honest with you. I think it's a good little addition. Means that we can go off grid inevitably. You think an hour running the generator, probably only used at the most £1, probably less than £1's worth of petrol, so cost effective too. Yeah. So by my calculations, our house battery can run the van for about 3-4 days, depending on the solar and amount of driving. So I can charge up the leisure battery from the EcoFlow if I have it charged up twice. That makes sense. So basically all I'd need to do really, if I wanted to, I don't have to run the generator every day. I could just every 3 days charge up the EcoFlow twice and use the EcoFlow to charge the house battery. If that makes sense. Or I could just put it on for an hour every day like I have today and just keep everything topped up, tippy top. Yeah, which I prefer, to be honest. So yeah, pretty cool. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff, if you like this channel, if you like me. Not much more to say except see you later.